I am not a Nickelodeon executive. I have absolutely no power over whether or not the show continued on.
Some celebrity kids just can't seem to get along with each other. Bhad Bhabie's made a career out of being contentious, but it's strange Millie Bobby Brown doesn't get along with her castmates. Bhad Bhabie versus Sky Jackson. Danielle Bregoli, better known as Bhad Bhabie, is known for her bad attitude, which is how she became famous in the first place. She has no shortage of famous feuds, including one with Disney star Sky Jackson. The fight started where else? On Instagram.
Every time I'm seen with a dude, just want to get all up.
Danielle accused Sky of trying to date her exes and didn't exactly hold her feelings back. She also took the battle to Sky's DMs and allegedly sent her some threatening messages. Things got so bad that even Danielle's mom, Barbara Bregoli, and Sky's mom, Kia Cole, got involved. Sky eventually filed a restraining order against Danielle, claiming the DMs she received caused her to become worried about her personal safety. She also blocked her and tried to switch up her social media to focus on the positive. According to the restraining order, Danielle's harassment was causing her to lose sleep and feel fearful about leaving the house. Even though it seems like Sky is at least trying to move on, the same can't be said for Danielle. She may be blocked from Sky's Insta, but that didn't stop her from making a completely unapologetic post about the situation. Bhad Bhabie said, "Go get your restraining order, I'ma go get checks." Ariana Grande versus Victoria Justice. Ariana Grande made a name for herself as a Nickelodeon star, but she also made a lot of enemies during this time. One of them is her former Victorious cast member, Victoria Justice, who was conspicuously absent from Ariana's Thank You Next music video. Victoria also supposedly ditched Ariana's epic Coachella performance, so you know there has to be something going on here. There were rumors regarding tension between these two on the set of Victorious, but it heated up when Elizabeth Gillies praised Ariana's singing in an interview. Let's just say Victoria didn't seem like a fan.
We all say true. Yeah, I guess that's true.
Although she called the drama non-existent, Ariana later stated that Victorious ended because someone would rather go on a solo tour than keep going. Victoria was the one who went on tour and later told TMZ that a friend had thrown her under the bus and the cancellation wasn't her fault. While Ariana has fond memories of Victorious, she's also stated that she was desperately seeking the approval of a certain co-star and felt pressure to change herself to please her. If you thought she was talking about Victoria, well, she did too. But she claims Ariana texted her to clarify that she was talking about someone else.
Everyone thought that I was this bully and that I was mean to her, which couldn't be further from the truth.
Still, Victoria's lack of appearance in Thank You Next and the fact that she split before Ariana went on Coachella has convinced many fans that this childhood feud is still ongoing. Millie Bobby Brown versus Stranger Things cast. On the show Stranger Things, Eleven has to deal with all kinds of terrifying monsters and some humans who are just as bad. And behind the scenes, Millie Bobby Brown also has to deal with plenty of stressful situations involving her fellow cast members. These kids always seem to get along really well, and they claim to consider each other siblings. But as anyone with siblings knows, the fights can get serious. Millie and her co-star Caleb McLaughlin admit that at first everyone went through a honeymoon period where they were on their best behavior. Now it's not unusual for them to bicker, and things only get more complicated when cash is involved. While Stranger Things is a hit, Millie's individual career has taken off, and apparently she believes she deserves to be compensated differently than her cast members. Allegedly, her team negotiated a big pay raise just for Millie that left out the rest of the cast. While most of the kids bring home $250,000 per episode, Millie is reportedly earning closer to $350,000 per episode. If the fourth season has 8 episodes, that means she'll take home $800,000 more than her castmates. Woah, Vicky versus Bhad Bhabie. Sky Jackson wanted to step back from her fight with Bhad Bhabie, but Woah Vicky is only too happy to step up to the challenge. She's been arrested for taking on a police officer, so we know Woah Vicky isn't one to back down. Before this fight got physical, it started out with some pretty standard online arguing. Woah Vicky released a diss track about rice gum, and Bhad Bhabie called it,
"It's disgusting."
Vicky wasn't happy about her reaction, or the fact that her fans kept comparing the two social media stars. Danielle claimed Vicky had used an inappropriate term regarding her friend at Coachella, and they got into an argument which also involved Lil Tay backing up Vicky. Eventually, Danielle and Vicky met again in person, and this time, it came to blows. Danielle claimed that Vicky didn't manage to put a single eyelash out of place, and chastised the group of men who held her back and kept her from retaliating. Meanwhile, Vicky says she doesn't want to fight with Danielle anymore, at least on the internet. Raven versus Cheetah Girls. There was a time when people couldn't get enough of the Cheetah Girls, but before long, Raven Symone got out of the group entirely. The group was made up of Adrienne Bailyn, Kylie Williams, Sabrina Bryan, and of course Raven Symone. On camera, these gals appeared as the best of friends, but behind the scenes was a different story. According to Raven, there was a lot of drama going on, and she got in frequent fights with her co-stars. She was the only member not to appear in the movie The Cheetah Girls, One World, because her solo career had started to take off. Raven didn't think twice about leaving the group behind and going off on her own, and this caused a lot of resentment. However, this all went down a long time ago, and it seems like the stars are better friends these days. Raven and Adrienne even reunited at the Women's March in LA, and there's no shortage of fans hoping for the whole group to get back together. Jojo Siwa versus Bhad Bhabie. Is there anyone Bhad Bhabie won't feud with? She's even had it out with Jojo Siwa, a star known for her big bows and sunny personality.
Or they really hate me.
It all started out with a fan post which praised Jojo while comparing her favorably to Danielle, who she called a delinquent. Jojo praised the tweet, and that's what really set Danielle off. She was so unhappy, we can't even show you what she tweeted back in response. But rather than get upset, Jojo replied that Danielle's crude message had just proved her point. Thankfully, unlike many of Bhad Bhabie's other feuds, this one seems to be sticking to social media, at least for now. Jennette McCurdy versus Ariana Grande. There might have been drama on the set of Nickelodeon's Victorious, but things apparently weren't much better on Sam and Cat. Fans were clued in on the feud when Jennette McCurdy posted an open letter on the subject of fake friends. Even though she didn't name names, it definitely seemed like she was talking about her co-star Ariana Grande. The letter specifically mentioned that they used to enjoy going to amusement parks, having sleepovers, and watching movies. Those are the exact same activities Jennette had once claimed to enjoy doing with Ariana. She described this person as a leech for drama and gossip, and said that their friendship was detrimental to her well-being. After posting this letter, Jennette ghosted on the Kids' Choice Awards, where Ariana won an award for her role on Sam and Cat. TMZ claimed that there was jealousy over Ariana's big paycheck, and Jennette even admitted that the two butted heads at times. Of course, the real victims in this fight are all of the Sam and Cat fans who had to deal with the show going off the air. But maybe things have improved between these two now that they don't have to work together. When Ariana got engaged to Pete Davidson, Jennette said she was proud and excited for her former co-star.
It's a great life event, of course. Who wouldn't be super happy?
Jake T. Austin versus Selena Gomez. They played the role of siblings on The Wizards of Waverly Place, but as we all know, siblings tend to fight with one another. Jake T. Austin and Selena Gomez seemed like close friends, but apparently there was some animosity between them at one point. When The Wizards of Waverly Place ended, Jake was apparently upset about it, and it didn't help that Selena immediately signed on to a new project. She agreed to appear in the drama Spring Breakers, which was definitely not safe for kids. He tweeted, "When an artist's definition of growing with their fans is creating content they aren't even allowed to see." Although he didn't name names, it seemed pretty obvious who he was talking about. Selena didn't address the tweet directly, but said that she felt confident about her choice to take on the role and felt it was a challenge to herself as an actress. Since so much time has passed, it seems like this feud has cooled a bit over the years. Jake even sent a sweet Instagram post supporting Selena when she was going through a kidney transplant. Maddie Ziegler versus Chloe Lukasiak. The world of Dance Moms is filled with music, glitter, and of course, drama. There was a time when Maddie Ziegler and Chloe Lukasiak were the best of friends, or at least that's how it looked to those of us watching. Chloe might have left the show, but she's definitely been keeping busy. She was cast in Center Stage on Point, set out on the Irreplaceables tour, and signed on with United Talent Agency. Her career has been moving so quickly that she unfortunately doesn't have enough time for her old friend Maddie. According to Chloe, she just lost touch with Maddie because of their busy schedule. Maddie said their relationship changed when Chloe left the show and that she misses the way they used to be. Blue Ivy versus Northwest. It's almost impossible to talk about celebrity kids without mentioning Northwest and Blue Ivy Carter. They're two of the most famous and fashionable girls in Hollywood, so why aren't they having playdates with one another? These kids are too young to be fighting on social media quite yet, so all the drama currently has to do with their parents. There was a time when Kanye West and Jay-Z were good friends, and Kanye even worked as a producer on The Blueprint. They collaborated on Watch the Throne and went on a world tour together with their respective spouses. But there was clearly trouble when Jay-Z and Beyonce didn't show up to Kim and Kanye's wedding, and Kanye accused them of not being supportive after Kim's Paris robbery. When Kanye went on a rant about his former friends, he stated that their kids never had the chance to play together. Things aren't quite as contentious between the two couples anymore, and a source told Hollywood Life that Kim's hoping to schedule playdates for Northwest and Blue Ivy. Allegedly, she's just waiting for Beyonce to make the first move. What do you think about these famous feuds? Do you think these celebs should learn how to get along, or are they just too different to make it work? Tell us what you think in the comment section below, and then click on the subscribe button for more videos from The Taco. Bye for now.